Good to see y'all. My name's Michael. Today we're going to be working on a dry rot issue at the base of this column here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, so the 1x material, which is not structural, it's just decorative, wraps the outside of a 4x4 post, which is underneath. I tore away most of the rotted 1x material already, but what we're going to do is we're going to cut up a little higher on both these 1x's on this side and this side. The back side and this side over here on the left wasn't damaged that bad, so anyhow, we're going to cut that back, pull off this quarter round, and just make sure the damage on the actual structural part doesn't go up any higher. And then we're going to end up treating it with liquid epoxy. So we're going to get started on that. So we're going to be cutting this back and pulling this quarter round off. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is remove the quarter round. Use a flat bar and a hammer or a screwdriver. Okay, then, and like I said, I tore away most of this 1x, but take your claw hammer, the claw side, and just go up until you start hearing it be more solid. So it still feels spongy here, 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 and then all of a sudden you get solid. So we're going to draw a line there. I use my speed square. And we're going to do the same for this side. Okay, so this one's a little lower down. Okay, and what I'm using is a Dremel that has different sorts of blades. This is made for wood. You can cut up to 3/4 inch plywood or 1x material. You could use a skill saw. You could use a skill saw, maybe a Sawzall, but that's probably about it. What I like about this is just very compact, a little easier to handle than a regular skill saw. It's much lighter. These come with blades for cutting tile with diamond blades. They got metal blades that come with them. They got undercut blades for cutting the bottom of trim work if you're wanting to put flooring underneath it. It's got a bunch of uses basically. I really like it. Anyhow, let's cut these lines. Okay, once again, get your flat bar or some sort of prying tool and remove the 1x4s. Okay, upon further inspection, what I thought was a 4x4 is just a 1x4, which is surrounding a metal pipe. So the actual structural part of this porch, is metal pipes. Okay, didn't know that. Okay, oh, but wait, Solo, come here. Good boy. Come here, over here. Okay, okay, good boy. Who's a good one? Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we're going to go ahead and pull this 1x4 off. It's not necessary. Like I said, this is not structural. There's a metal pipe that's holding up the porch. That's the structural part. But since we already dug into this, it'd be simple just to pull this off and replace it. This one's not quite as bad, so we're going to treat that with epoxy and go from there. So let's get that off of there. Okay, so now that we got that off, we'll go ahead and vacuum it up real quick, make it nice and clean. Okay, we're gonna get our 1x4 cut here. We got it placed in, and we're gonna put a couple finish nails. I got a 1.75" finish nails going in here. You can do it by hand with the hammer and regular finish nails. Okay, so our 1x4 is in. We're gonna go ahead and treat the bottom with this with a little bit of epoxy, liquid epoxy. And then we're gonna put our last two 1x6s on and we'll have it wrapped up. Okay, so what we got here is liquid wood epoxy. It's a liquid epoxy, given the name. And they're equal parts resin and hardener. So I got 1 cup, and you can do this by using a Sharpie and making a mark to make sure you get equal parts resin and hardener. But I got a green line right here, and that's probably about what I need for both parts to cover the amount of wood I need. So we're gonna start with part A. Pull it up to that green line. And I'm just pouring it to the bottom of the green line there. Brought me another cup. Do the same thing. So you got the resin and hardener together now. Then go ahead and stir it up a little bit. Make sure they get mixed up real good. And the cans here recommend 5 to 10 minutes. Go ahead and let it sit. And in my case, I'm just going to use a small paintbrush and paint it on the wood that needs the treatment. And this stuff penetrates probably about 1/4 inch into the wood, gives it really good protection, makes it waterproof, and I believe it protects it from pests as well. Okay. So now he's got to wait for 5 to 10 minutes. We can paintbrush it on our wood that needs the treatment. Okay, so we let our hardener and resin set for 10 minutes. This stuff has about a 30 to 50 minute working time, which means after that time, you won't be able to, it'll be too hard for you to spread it around. So we're gonna go ahead and get the damaged areas here. I'm just using a paintbrush. And this stuff is said to penetrate into the wood as well, not just a surface preparation. Get a little bit on here as well. Okay, that's all there is to it. The hardening time for this, as they say, is 1 to 5 hours. And then after that, we can go ahead and put our final 2 pieces on. Okay, so the 2 pieces we have left are 1 by material. Our first measures in at 4 by 10 3/16. And our bigger one that's on the front measures in at 5 7/16 by 14 7/16. We're going to go ahead and get those cut. Okay, so we have our last 2 pieces cut, and we're going to go ahead and shoot them in with the finish nailer. Okay, those 2 pieces are up. All that's left, we're going to replace the quarter round we originally took off. Okay, and that's about it. All that's really left to finish this, wherever you have a seam, put a bead of caulk on all your new seams, here, on your quarter round. Put a coat of primer on there, and then paint it up. And I ain't gonna say you're good as new, but you're much better than you was. As for me, I'm off to a new project. If y'all liked it, please comment and hit the like button, and we see you on the next one.